like they were talking about it. I said, it just means like I belly ached about having to do lunch detention. I said, it just means there was a reason I was supposed to be. I said, that just.
Besides eating.
Yeah, no, I don't know. The only thing I eat out of the cafeteria is not.
And I was just not so good.
Yep. I was getting my plate. I was supposed to get my plate. I was watching two little peckerhead boys. And I just grabbed my plate. I thought it was a fight. If St. Louis shows up and plays like they did against Fire, Jason, I didn't line. Fire may be a little bit different from Kendra. I don't know. But I never laid by them Fire, and they run a little bit quicker version with open runs. But I'll tell you this, they didn't run the ball. It wasn't that. I mean, they were good. They don't like that. They want to play in space. They want to play the red teams.
Goes on like this. Goes on like this.
And Dr. J. Truppe and Allison.
Which one?
This one.
This?
Yep. Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Somebody let me know in the comments if we have audio.
Mic check. Mic check.
1, 2, 3. Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Somebody let me know. Jake, do a mic check.
Mic check. Mic check. 1, 2.
I gotta remember mic far away from my mouth and mic close to your mouth tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into Matt Walker Memorial Stadium for this Thursday night contest between the Kinder Yellow Jackets and the St. Louis Saints. I'm joined here in the broadcast booth with my buddy, Mr. Jake McCoy. Jake, check into the crowd.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Jake making a short drive over from DeQuincy and gonna assist me here tonight for do some play-by-play and color commentary. Folks, go ahead and hit the like, hit the share button now. We are in for a treat. At this time, I want to get to our sponsors. So while we have a few minutes before both teams hit the sidelines, I want to get to our sponsors.
Now starting the defense for the Saints, lineman, number 60, Kate Nugent, number 58, Ethan Goss, number 10, Nathan.
Tonight's game is brought to you by LaCourse Pest Control, ladies and gentlemen.
Number 6, Mir, number 32, Graham Ponte, and number 24, Kyle.
You can count on them to deliver friendly and dependable service at an affordable price. LaCourse Pest Control or family working to protect yours. Give them a call at 337-884-7435 and tell Mr. Josh that Under the Lights sent you by. Jake, Mr. Josh sitting right there on side of us right now. Good to see Mr. Josh there. Proud sponsor for tonight's match. Yep, LaCourse Pest Control, ladies and gentlemen. Jake, right down the road. How about Daryl's? Not too far from here, right?
Well, not too far at all. And it's a hidden secret in Southwest Louisiana.
They are a sponsor for tonight's matchup. Let's talk about Daryl's for a second. Since 1985, they have grown into a sit-down restaurant with a drive-through and full-service bar. They pride themselves on serving excellent po' boys that is best known in the state of Louisiana, Jake. That includes surf and turfs, Daryl's Special, and even barbecue. All of their staff works hard to create an inviting and welcoming atmosphere. Come see why Daryl's in Lake Charles is the best po' boys in the state of Louisiana. Located at 119 West College Street, tell them that Under the Lights sent you owned by.
Right off Interstate 210.
Next sponsor for tonight, Coach Kip, former defense coordinator with the Abbeville Wildcats, now working offshore. Coach, sending love your way wherever you're at tonight watching this one. Hello from under the lights. Thank you so much, Coach, for being a sponsor. Well, the Crawfish House, ladies and gentlemen. Crawfish House and Grill, another sponsor for Under the Lights. They're located at 1214 South Union Street in Opelousas, Louisiana. Now under new ownership. Come dine with them for some great Cajun hospitality and cuisine. Now featuring happy hour on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 5 to 7 p.m. Tell them that Under the Lights sent you on by. And let me tell you, some of the best food I've eaten in a long time the other day at the Crawfish House. Next up for our sponsors, how about Mikey's Donuts? Mikey's in Opelousas is a cozy donut shop located off I-49 and exit 19 West. Call them today at 337-942-2128. They're open Monday through Sunday, 4 a.m. to 1 p.m. Find them on Facebook or even their website for more information. Tell Mikey that Jordan Taylor and Under the Lights sent you by. Mama's Fried Chicken, ladies and gentlemen. Mama's Fried Chicken, another sponsor for Under the Lights. Family-owned local restaurant serving our community and surrounding area since 1977. 46 years in business, St. Landry Street and Jake Drive in Opelousas, Louisiana. Mama's Fried Chicken, ask them about their party platters. For all your game day needs, drumlets, chicken salad, sandwiches, deviled eggs, chicken tenders, shrimp, and fish, tell them that Under the Lights sent you on by. Next sponsor, how about Tiger Tails with Mr. Daniel Francis. Tiger Tails, locally owned crawfish business located in Port Barry and soon to have a second location in the Sunset area. Call Daniel Francis at 337-351-1064 for boiled and live crawfish when the season rolls back around. Jake, I can't wait for the season to get here.
Absolutely.
You won't be disappointed. Tell Mr. Daniel that Under the Lights sent you on by.
Sir.
Tonight's player of the game sponsor is none other than Mr. Whips Prince himself. Custom Apparel Substrate Designs. Owner Kenneth Whip Beverly is located in Abbeville and Crowley, Louisiana with all your heat transfer, sublimation, shirt design needs. You can follow him on Facebook or Instagram. Give him a call today at 337-581-6631. Tell Mr. Whip that Under the Lights sent you on by. Next sponsor for Under the Lights, how about the Paint Guys? They're a local professional painting company that provides commercial and residential painting. They paint metal roofs, metal buildings, homes, businesses. They also install and restore tongue and grove. Give Mr. Terry Chestnut a call at 337-352-0308. Tell him that Under the Lights sent you on by. How about Legier's Polish Shop? Superior of fine polished goods. Contact Darren Legier at 337-517-8686 for all your carports, accessories, restoration, aluminum, stainless, steel, copper, and brass. Tell Mr. Darren that Under the Lights sent you all by. They're located in Abbeville, Louisiana. Another look at all of our great sponsors for tonight's matchup. Couldn't do it without you. Thank you so much to those who believe in what we do here at Under the Lights. Ladies and gentlemen, we are moments away from kickoff here at Matt Walker Memorial Stadium, right, Mr. Jake? McCoy. Jake, you're familiar with this stadium. My first time here, and what a beautiful facility it is, Mr. Jake.
Absolutely. You know, this stadium was rebuilt, reconstructed in 2015. It's in the same spot as the original one. A lot of history here. I've seen a ton of fantastic games at this venue, and we're definitely in for a good one tonight between the Saints and the Jackets.
Folks, if you notice, you do have a scoreboard at the right corner of your screen. So that's a plus for tonight's game. Something new we installed this year. It's been working out. I think everyone has liked it so far. Jake, what you think about the new scoreboard on the screen?
Yeah, I like it, man. It's pretty cool. It's very how do I put that? It's very in the game type feeling. You know, like you're actually there.
It lets everyone know the score. It lets everyone know how much time's remaining in the game. So.
The only thing I just don't like about this camera angle is the goalpost is kind of in the way, but you can still see a majority of the score.
Yes, indeed, my friend. Got a lot of Yellow Jacket fans have made the trip here on a Thursday night, and the Yellow Jackets moments away wearing white on gold for this road contest. And you look across the field, St. Louis wearing orange on orange. Am I correct?
Yes, sir. All orange. They love wearing that orange. I'll tell you what, man. Them Kinder fans.
Yellow Jackets waiting patiently to take the sideline. And here comes the Kinder Yellow Jackets, ladies and gentlemen. Big win for this program last week over Rose Pine, Mr. Jake McCoy.
I'll tell you, last week's win over Rose Pine was huge for them. Definitely one they really wanted after losing to Rose Pine last year, and they definitely won that one. Now, I'll tell you right now, they're going to definitely win this one tonight. Last two meetings were decided by less than 3 points. 2019 in Kinder, St. Louis won in double overtime, 38-37 on a field goal, by a field goal. And 2020, St. Louis won by a field goal deficit, 10-7. So
special teams matters in this rivalry.
Absolutely. These two schools haven't played very often since the 90s, but I promise you, everybody knows everybody. A lot of Kinder folks have a family that go to St. Louis and connections.
Here we go, Mr. Jake. Here comes St. Louis wearing that orange on orange. Not their home stadium traditionally, but they're playing their home games in 2022 here where Sulphur High School plays their games. Here comes the smoke.
Used to playing their home games at old Lake Charles High Stadium. But this will be the second year in a row they've played their home games here at Sulphur.
Well, that's cool, that entrance they got, huh?
Yeah.
And here comes the St. Louis Saints. Boy, you just get goosebumps seeing both teams run out to their sideline, Jake. We're in for a treat here on Thursday night.
Yes, sir. Kinder sideline looks juiced up.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to take a moment to recognize that their St. Louis Catholic football team has very roots and wearing orange tonight to honor an athlete and member of the Kinder community, Will Fontenot.
Awesome gesture.
Sophomore Kinder High School. Very committed to the sport of football and football. Will is also a member of Fellowship of Christian Athletes.
Captains for tonight's
As an eighth grader,
game will be number 3, Graham Fawcett.
after a hard fought
Number 9, Landon Schmitz. Number 5, Caleb Russell.
However, on March 9th of this year, Will's condition worsened as he was diagnosed with leukemia. Since that time, Will has spent the majority of his days in Texas Children's Hospital, receiving many forms of treatment, including a bone marrow transplant back on June 24th. 10 days later, Will's body began filling with fluid.
Captains for St. Louis.
Through the power of
Number
prayer,
60, Caden Nugent.
Will overcame this hurdle, but continues to receive treatment daily. Fans, we
Number 9,
rise and remove
James Renina.
join us in prayer by saying,
Number 83,
Father, Andy Dermott for Will.
Brooks Habits. And I can't tell that other number. Is that number 1? Hank Milligan.
Now, fans, please remain standing for our national anthem, performed by St. Louis Catholic sophomore Adrian Moore.
Play ball. All right, ladies and gentlemen, back to the coin toss. All right, waiting on the official ruling here. And it looks like Kinder has won the toss. They have elected to receive, so the Yellow Jackets will send their offense on the field first. Trying to get off to a quick start, Jake.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome all 90 of you to Thursday Night Football here with Under the Lights. Jordan Taylor, Jake McCoy on the call. Here between the Yellow Jackets and the Saints. Gear up. We're ready for 48 minutes of some fun football here on Thursday night. Back deep for the Yellow Jackets. Number 40, James Roberts. And number 2, Davian Matthews. Looks like that might be number 7, am I correct? Or is that number 2, Jake?
Kicking.
That is number 7, Landon Derrydrell, doing the kicking duties. Here we go, football fans, from wherever you're watching. And we are underway, and James Roberts might not get a chance here, and he doesn't. Touchback. Yellow Jackets will set up shop 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line.
Very interested to see how this flex ball offense does against a very gritty St. Louis defense tonight.
Graham Fawcett, your quarterback tonight for the Yellow Jackets. And they're going to start out 1st and 10. St. Louis, the student section, trying to get in it quick, and there goes Fawcett, makes one man miss. He may go the distance. He will. 20, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, touchdown. Yellow Jackets. Number 3, Graham Fawcett calls his own number for 80 yards, and the Yellow Jackets strike first here.
I'll tell you what, that's one heck.
Woo! That's a way to start a football game, Mr. Jake.
Way to set the tone.
On to do the kicking duties. Number 57 and number 4 will hold. Just like that, it is 6-0. Snap, hold, kick, up, kick, no good. Doink. Off the left. Field goal poach. Jake, catch your breath. It's 6-0 already.
Tell you what, man, that gets you blood flowing. We'll see how St. Louis responds.
Tell you what, we watched that play so far all year, and they've called it at the right times, late in games. And right there, let's go at it first play of the game.
Right. If I'm not mistaken, a couple weeks ago, didn't Kinder have a long run off against Church Point early on?
That was such a thrilling game, man. I can't even remember that far back.
That for sure was a barn burner.
But that's a tone setter.
Absolutely.
Doing the kicking duties, number 57, Landon Langley. Back deep for the Saints. Looks like number 3, Grant Evans. And this one will go to Evans. Ball's on the ground, still on the ground. Kinder has a chance to recover the football, but the Saints avoid disaster and fall on their own fumble. Recovered by number 21. Oh, that could have been something.
At first, it looked like Kinder had it, and then that ball just popped loose again. And
So
St. Louis is lucky.
So it is 6-0 here with 11:45 remaining in the first quarter. They have not updated the scoreboard. I don't think the scorekeeper has got comfortable in his seat yet, and just like that, it's 6-0. So we do have the scoreboard in the right corner of your screen, so keep an eye out on the score and the scoreboard there to the right. Saints will go shotgun. Number 9 doing the quarterback duties. 3 goes in motion, and he's going to swing it out wide open in the flats. And he's got a first down and more, all the way down close to the 50-yard line. Pass was complete to James Urenia. I'll take that back. That pass was complete to Grant Evans.
Grant Evans.
Sorry about that, folks. 1st and 10, Saints on the move. Inside handoff. Big offensive line here for the Saints. Running back just freaking bulldozing his way for another first down. Saints back-to-back first downs, and they're on the move.
Yeah, it seems like every year St. Louis has 1 or 2 backs. It's always very physical.
This year, it is number 1, Hank Milligan. Boy, does he look the part.
Absolutely.
There's a snap, handoff to Hank again. This time, the Yellow Jackets get home.
Yeah, Jackets defense read that
Leading
one
the
very
charge, number 8, Tyrell Clark.
2nd down and 10.
Still have not updated the scoreboard, Jake. And some reason they stopped the game clock.
well. Whitecap looks like he's trying to get.
And there he goes. He rolls it. Here comes that same little play from earlier. Quick slant over the middle court by number 83. He's off to the races. He will get in. Touchdown, Saints. It is tied up just like that, and we haven't even made 2 minutes into the game, Mr. Jake.
I'm not sure if that was Grant Evans or was that on the catch. Not real sure. Regardless, great pitch and catch.
Number 83,
83. Who's that?
Brooks Habits.
Okay. Yeah, that's one of their.
And they're going to go swinging gate right here. And now they call over and go for the extra point. Oh, man. To do the kicking duties. Number 7, Landon Darridrell. Snap, hold, kick. I tell you what, he's got plenty of leg, but there's a whistles before the snap. And there will be a discussion. Waiting to see what the official ruling is here with 10:43. Your score is 6-6. Extra point pending.
Looks like they threw another ball in.
So not sure what that's all about, Jake.
Me neither.
Six, extra point pending. Snap, hold, kick, up,
Got it.
good. 10:43 remaining here in the first quarter. St. Louis leads Kinder 7-6. Catch your breath, folks. That was fast.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely not surprised. Both teams strike early on. Like I said, this is it's only a couple minutes in the first quarter, and this one's gonna be a dandy.
District matchup, right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well,
3A
Yep.
or Division whatever.
ain't no telling what you want to call it these days.
Division 2 or 3. I'm not sure which one they fell in.
I'm not so sure if they'll be in the same district next year the way things are panning out.
Only time will tell, my friend.
Absolutely.
.10:43 remaining. Kickoff team on the field. And they are going crazy on the sideline over there for St. Louis.
Absolutely.
Same 2 guys on for the return duties. Roberts and Matthews. Last time it was a touchback. And it might be similar. And it will.
Oh.
Falls into the end zone for a touchback.
Dead ball regardless in the end zone. Hey, that's one thing about St. Louis, Jordan. They always have excellent kickers, very good soccer program, and that translates to the football field. And because of that, St. Louis has produced a lot of great kickers.
Last time Kinder had the football, Fawcett went for 80 yards. You got to think they're keying on them this drive here. Quick pitch to Roberts. Hello, there goes Roberts. Picks up a Kinder first down and a little bit more. Still on his feet. And he might have picked up about close to 30 yards there, Jake.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
23 exact.
Yep. Tell you, James Roberts, it seems like his legs never stop turning, man. He's
Got to
hard
talk
take
to his
down.
daddy earlier today. He said got some family watching from out of state. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
That's good to see, man. I love that they get to watch the game. Try to draw them off sides, and that's exactly what happens. Dead ball, offsides on the defense. So, Kinder goes long count here early in this football game. Something to keep an eye out on moving forward.
Yeah, I'm not sure if St. Louis was just trying to time the snap count or if Kinder was just actually hard counting, but regardless.
Wells Cooley said, "What's up, Jake?"
What's up, Wells? How you doing, man?
1st and 5. Fawcett goes under center, followed by Pelican. And the ball's on the ground. And so they avoided the turnover, but they lose about 6 or 7 yards there. And what a break for the Saints after that first down penalty.
Absolutely, yeah. If you're Kinder, that's not what you want to have early on in the ball game, but
Got somebody watching from New Mexico. Hello, from New Mexico. Somebody's grandmother, Dante's grandmother, in the chat. 2nd and 13. There's a snap, head off Pelican. Pelican, four-headed Steve! Nobody's going to catch him! 44 takes it the distance. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
wow.
Number 44, Jordan Pelican, for 6.
I'll tell you what, Jordan, that's
Woo! We got fireworks here on a Thursday night, Jake.
absolutely. I'll tell you, that's one thing Kinder really never runs out of is running backs, man. They've always have a huge stable of backs.
Coach said, let's go for 2.
Oh, wow, here we go.
Missed the extra point. You know St. Louis has a great kicker on the other side. Try to keep this a 7-point game.
Absolutely. Why not?
Who gets the ball here on the 2-point conversion? Let's see. There's a snap. Pelican, can he do it himself? He can. He's in. 2-point conversion is good. 9:24 remaining here in the first quarter. Your new score from Matt Walker Memorial Stadium. Kinder, 14. St. Louis, 7. It's going to be a fun one.
This is get your blood flow pumping.
Jake Hayes said, no one loves the game more than you. I don't know. I'll put myself in that category with you then.
Hey, Jordan's right up there with me, man. Whether it's high school, college, or pro, man, we just love the game of football.
There is the kick, and 83 will take it in. Looking for a block. Now he's going to try to reverse fields. Still on his feet, and finally will be brought down, and there's a late penalty flag. Jake, you seen something there?
Not sure. Maybe blocking the back, could be wrong. Saw a lot of hard hitting on that one, though.
Jake, let's check the temperature for tonight's game. 90 degrees at kickoff. Can Kinder last in these temperatures tonight with depth?
I'll tell you what, I don't think whether you for Kinder or St. Louis, you need to stay hydrated. When it's warm like this, it's a lot easier to cramp.
Tell you what, it's a battle of student sections right now.
Absolutely.
You got Kinder and St. Louis across the field from each other, and they're letting each other have it.
Oh, yeah.
First and 10 for the Saints. They marched right down the field, made it look with ease their last drive. Let's see if Kinder made some adjustments on the sideline. Quick pass is complete, and they're on the tackle, number 7. In the right place at the right time. That was Brayson Bowring on the tackle.
Great coverage. Great coverage.
I'm very impressed with this stadium, Jake. Huge capacity here to hold a football game. I know it's not full, but just looking around, what could be whenever Sulphur comes into the stadium. Quarterback looks, screen, got a man, and his offensive line is out in front. Got some blockers, and he's going to be close to a first down.
I think he got it. Yep, he got it.
And he does. Called the screen call at the right time there. One of the better looking offensive lines I've seen this year.
Absolutely. St. Louis has always had a gritty offensive line, regardless who they play. Looks like they're going no huddle here, Jordan.
Going quick, and they got to try to get him to jump off sides, and that's exactly what happened. Jake, we got here a little before 6,
Right.
and what a setup it took to find out where to set up tonight. If we had power, and looking at all this equipment here, boy, it wasn't no easy task to pull it off.
I could tell once you were looking at the home side, you didn't want to make that steep hike up to the top. I don't blame you.
1st and 5 for the Saints. 7:58 on game clock.
Oh.
Inside handoff. Fights off one tackle and is up in it, but not before he picks up another Saint first down.
You know, Jordan, going back to, you know, you're talking about the stadium in Sulphur, you know, I've seen this stadium packed to the rim a couple years ago when Sulphur and Barb met, and man, it was the atmosphere, and it was just unlike none other for 5A football. It'll be packed one tomorrow night here when they play Karen Crow.
This is good Thursday night football here, though.
Absolutely.
St. Louis, Kinder, you love to see this matchup back on the schedule.
Absolutely.
Swing pass complete to number 3.
Out of bounds.
Ran out of bounds, but I think he's got another St. Louis first down, and he does.
Yeah, I'll tell you that St. Louis and
Their offense right now, real quick, is it's clicking.
Right.
They have not had many miscues so far here early.
I know last week when St. Louis went over to Vidor, Texas, they had some success early on, but knowing how good Vidor is, their defense really keyed on them.
1st and 10 for the Saints. Quarterback pull.
Oh.
James Arena calls his own number. Tackled by number 10, Logan LaBeouf. And they're going to go quick. 2nd and 3. Inside handoff to Hank. Hank trying to drag defenders. And it takes about 6 Yellow Jackets to bring them down, but not before. St. Louis picks up another first down.
I'll tell you what, Coach Mathern is known for his up-tempo spread offense, and he does an excellent job of that.
Somebody said they're on pace for 99 apiece tonight. St. Louis going a little bit slower on this drive. You look at Kinder, how fast they scored their first 2 drives. We'll see if the Yellow Jackets offense can keep the defense off the field moving forward.
Right.
Quick pass, complete to 83.
Old habits.
There's a penalty flag.
Yep.
Mr. Jake, is this that point of where the flag would be, face mask?
Look like it. Not 100% sure, but we'll find out here momentarily.
This could be a huge penalty, and that's exactly what it is. Saints move inside the red zone.
Looks like they're going to bring it to about the 10.
They're going to try to go knot this baby up at 14. They got 1st and goal from the 10. A much different game than what Kinder had last week. You looked at it. 3.5 quarters, it was nothing but defense.
Heck,
and then
this was the final score last week.
quarterback pull, 9, bounces off tackles, leaps forward. Did he get in? He did. Touchdown, Saints. Quarterback pull, gets in, and they are an extra point away from tying this baby up. Number 9, James Arena, the senior, calls his own number. It's 14-13, Mr. McCoy.
Absolutely. I tell you, I look at this game all week. I knew this had a potential either be a defensive slugfest like last week or a score fest like a few years ago.
7 on to do the kicking duties. Snap, And we have whistles.
Flag, yep.
Come on, camera. Now will coach send the 2-point unit on the field after the penalty? Says, nope, I like my kicker. Waiting on the snap. Snap, hold, kick, and that baby is up. That baby is good. 6:19 remaining here in the first quarter. Your new score from Matt Walker Memorial Stadium. St. Louis 14, Kinder 14. Stick with us, folks. We'll be back in a matter of a few minutes. All right, it looking like who's going to make the first mistake, where it might be the turning point of this one, Jake, if the way the offenses are playing.
Absolutely. The way this is going, this could be going down to whoever has the ball last. Of course, turnovers are crucial. St. Louis almost had one a while ago. They were lucky and fortunate to hold on to the football.
Kinder also, remember?
Yeah,
First and 5, the ball got.
Yep. This could come down to that one turnover. In a game like this, errors or you cannot have any mistakes, no mental errors.
6:19 remaining. Moments away from more hydration timeout. We're going to take a look at our first sponsor of the night once we get to that hydration timeout. And he booms it. He might be 3 for 3 on touchbacks, but nope. James Roberts takes it in. Spin move.
Whoa.
Fighting for yards and brings it all the way down to the 22-yard line. Probably got one more play before referee blows this one for the hydration timeout.
6-minute marks hydration, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll tell you, St. Louis and Iowa, when Kinder started playing those teams again back in 2015, and they used to play regularly back in the 80s and 90s, it was a big rivalry, and glad to see those games being played again.
First and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. There's a snap, handoff to number 11. Cuts it back inside.
Good run.
And it's going to be close to the first down. Might have picked up 8 or 9. Referee blows it dead. And we have made it to the hydration timeout. Hell of a 6 minutes we just had, Mr. Jake McCoy.
Absolutely.
We'll take a break. We'll be back for the hydration, after the hydration timeout. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at one of our sponsors that makes tonight possible. Tonight's game is brought to you by LaCourse Pest Control. Thank you so much to LaCourse Pest Control. Actually sitting right there behind us, Mr. McCoy.
It sure is.
Game day sponsor for this season. Say, give me all the Yellow Jacket games you got. All right, sir, you got it. Hand off to Pelican. Pelican bulldozing his way for a Yellow Jacket first down.
Tough physical run by Jordan Pelican.
If I'm not mistaken, Pelican, the go-ahead touchdown, the game winner last week over Rose Pond.
Yep.
First and 10, Yellow Jackets. They're going a little bit slower now. They know how long. Quarterback pull. There goes Fawcett. Fawcett fighting for yards. That's a tough 7 yards there. They know how important it is, Jake, to keep that defense on the sideline after how long they've been on the field this first quarter.
Absolutely. Run that flex bone. You want to try to wear down a defense and keep them on the field as much as possible.
That's what St. Louis has done their first 2 drives. They marched right down the field, but they taken their time.
Right, absolutely.
Kinder taking a different approach here for their 3rd drive. Scores from around the state coming up at the end of the first quarter. Handoff to Pelican. Pelican fighting for yards. Might have got enough for another Yellow Jacket first down, and he did.
Real close.
Waiting on the signal. I thought he signaled first down, Mr. Jake. And there it is. First down, Yellow Jackets. 1st and 10, ball lies at the 47-yard line with 4:28 on the game clock. 14-14 is your score here. Folks, if you can find a way to put this game on your TV, trust me, that's an even better angle. There goes James Roberts. Tackled out of bounds by number 8. Luke Pearson, but not before. Picked up 7 yards.
Tell you what, Roberts, he's definitely not afraid of contact. That's why I like the other running back. Hard-nosed, physical, right down your throat.
2nd and 6, they're gonna flank 2 receivers out to the left. Handoff up the middle.
Yep.
Gonna be close, he got enough for another Yellow Jacket first down. That time, number 17, Jaron Johnson, picks up a Yellow Jacket first down. First and 10, Mr. Jake from the 41-yard line with 3:14 on the game clock. There's the snap. Handoff. Roberts cuts back. The ball's on the ground, and it goes into a St. Louis defender. Number 44. The ball just fell right into his weight and arms. And what looked like another promising drive ends in a turnover, and St. Louis has the football.
Yep.
But we just talked about who's going to make that first turnover. There it was.
I'll tell you, all it takes is one. That could very well end up hurting Kinder in the end. Hopefully not. Hopefully it's still a close ball game. We'll see how St. Louis responds.
New formation here. There's a snap. Quarterback drops back to pass. Looks. Got a man. Caught. All the way down inside the 10. St. Louis right back inside the 10.
I believe that was Grant Evans.
Woo, that's a huge receiver there for this St. Louis football team. Grant Evans having a big impact here.
They're going no huddle.
Hand off to Hank. Hank bulldozing his way, gets all the way down inside the 5.
I'll tell you what, Jordan, for a second, I thought that ball was just a tad bit over his head, but he went and laid out there and got it. And got it. Heck of a catch by Grant Evans.
St. Louis trying to take the lead here with 2:20 on the game clock. Quarterback goes under center. Quarterback keep. Dives forward. He's going to be down at the 1. And that's going to bring up 3rd and goal, inches away.
I'll tell you, Jordan, another thing you got to think about if you're Kinder is you already got the ball to begin the game. St. Louis will get the ball second half, so you really got to capitalize on any mistake that St. Louis makes.
This might be 4-down territory here, Jake.
Absolutely.
3rd and goal, inches to go. Waiting on the snap. There it is. Handoff. Tailback. Gets in. Touchdown, Saints. Hank Milligan calls his own number and made it look easy.
Milligan's a very tough physical back, man.
Extra point pending. Snap, hold, kick, up, kick, good. 3 for 3 on extra points tonight for Landon Dardrell. Your new score from Matt Walker Memorial Stadium. St. Louis cash in off of the turnover, and they have a 7-point lead with 1:45 remaining in the first. 21-14. Points off turnovers. Keep an eye out on that tonight.
Interested to see how Kinder responds. And I'll tell you, Kinder doesn't fumble the ball very often either.
Somebody got their hat on the football.
Yep, sure did.
It's turning out to be a beautiful night here in Sulphur, Louisiana. Look at that sky.
Sunset's beautiful. Looking to the west.
Matthews, Roberts, back deep for the Yellow Jackets. There's the kick, and he gets all of this one. And it goes in the back of the end zone. Yellow Jackets will have it. 1st and 10 after the touchback from the 20. What an exciting first quarter we've had, Jake.
Absolutely.
Just think, 3 more quarters of this one.
Oh yeah, and I'll tell you what, there's only a minute 45 seconds left, but a lot can happen from between now and the end of the first quarter. With the way the pace these two teams are on right now, a lot can happen in a minute 45 seconds.
Somebody's late into the game for the Yellow Jackets. I think they're keeping the play clock on the field because you look at both of them, they're at 0 right now.
Yeah, it looks like they're having an issue upstairs with the play clock.
Here we go. 1st and 10, the handoff. Nope. Fawcett keeps it itself. And what are you reading right there, Jake? Is it the tackles or is it the ends right there for Fawcett to pull?
I'll tell you, it looked like that end kind of kicked just a tad, kind of ring.
Because it's fullback or pull right there.
Right. Yeah, they read Fawcett real well.
And I haven't seen them pitching much out of that play.
Well, that looked like a small pitch up there.
Penalty flag. We got double flags on the field.
Could be holding,
could be face mask, could be holding.
Yeah, you haven't seen very many pitches so far. That one looked like a small pitch to Roberts.
Penalty flag will be against the Yellow Jackets. And this is not where the Yellow Jackets want to be, behind the line of scrimmage.
Definitely not what Coach Fusilier wants to have.
2nd and long for the Yellow Jackets with 1:11 remaining here in the first. There's a snap, quick handoff to Roberts. Roberts makes one man miss, but can't make the next Saint miss. 11 hats to the ball type of defense here.
And Jordan, that's what I was telling you before the game. That St. Louis has always had a gritty 11 hats to the ball type of defense for years. They have one of the best defenses in Southwest Louisiana.
Now you're in that 3rd and 10 range where let's see if Fawcett can get one with his arm.
Yep. Kinder definitely has the kids.
I'm expecting play action here. Instead, it's that pitch we talked about. Number 1 gets the football.
Like Dante Botley.
Botley. We were just talking about it, and that's whenever they just came out with it. But they waited to 3rd down and 10 to pull it out.
Kinder fan, you gotta go for it.
Not sure how much is on the play clock. It might not even have to snap another snap here. It is 4th and 3. Offense stays on the field. Big call here for the Yellow Jackets.
That's the call.
Trying to draw them off sides.
Yep.
15 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Where is the play clock?
10 seconds.
Do they have to snap it? They do snap it. Handoff. Botley. Botley got the first down and more. Boy, you're in your own territory. That takes guts.
Yeah, oh yeah. Gutsy call. Really not surprised.
And
Usually go for this one.
you inside your own territory. Fusilier says, let's go. You don't want to give the ball back to St. Louis. And they get the first down. Back-to-back times we've seen Botley carry the football. And we will head to the end of the first quarter. Boy, we've had fireworks, ladies and gentlemen. Stick with us. You got 3 more quarters of this one in store. Score updates coming from around the state. Let's take a look at another sponsor for tonight's game. End of the first quarter. How about we take a look at another one of our sponsors? All right, scores from around the state like promised. Rose Pine leads Vinton 19-0 in the second quarter. Grand Lake leads Oakdale 12-0 in the second quarter. Oof. North Vermilion leads Lorville 14-7 in the second quarter. Acadiana leads Lafayette 12-0 in the first. Denham Springs, Franklinton tied 7-7. Hanson Memorial Highland Baptist tied 0-0. Central Catholic leads Covington Christian 14-0. That's your scores from around the state of Louisiana. First and 10 for the Jackets to start this second quarter. And quarterback pull. Fawcett still on his feet. Crosses the 50 and picks up 12. First down, Yellow Jackets.
Tough physical run by Graham Fawcett, man. I tell you, just like Roberts, man, that boy, his legs don't stop turning, man. That boy's got wheels.
And it's the timing, Jake,
right,
where he just pulls at last second and goes.
Right. They practice that very in the detail at practice, the way they run that flex bone. It's like a second knowledge.
Quarterback drops back to pass, throws one. Oh! Had a man in the area. Could have been intercepted. It could have been a tip ball for a touchdown. A lot could have happened just now on a dangerous pass.
Right.
Coach tried to catch him sleeping there on 1st and 10 with the play action.
Yeah. Davian Matthews just dropped it. Barely went through his fingertips. Almost dropped right in his hands.
2nd and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. Down by 7 from the 47-yard line. Handoff to 11. 11 following his blocks, and he is blown up by 3 Saints leading away.
11 met him. Some of a brick wall right there. That's St. Louis.
Noah Romero just met the Saints defense.
Saints defense said hello.
Third down and 6. Might be 4 down territory again, Jake. Handoff, Pelican.
Tough physical run.
Trying to get a push, and he's going to be short of the first down.
Looks like by maybe a yard or 2. You got a better angle than I do, Jordan.
It's going to be 4th and 2, Jake.
Yep.
Let's go, Kingdom!
And no doubt about it, this is 4th down, go for it time. And they walk right up to the line of scrimmage. They got the play, they ready to go, Jake.
They're confident.
Huge moment in this game. Try to get him to jump off sides. Good discipline there from the Saints. Snap, quarterback pull. Need 2 yards, and he got it. Well, what a gutsy effort on this drive. 2 4th down conversions from the Yellow Jackets.
Hey, that just speaks volumes of how much.
This is district football at its best.
Hey, that just speaks volumes of how much Coach Fusilier believes in his offensive line, his backs, to get the job done on 4th down.
1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets from the 36-yard line. Quick pitch, number 11, Romero! And this one's coming back, Jake.
Might be coming back.
We got flags.
We got a Yellow Jacket.
We got flags all over the field, Jake, and we have an injured Saint on the field.
We had one Yellow Jacket slow to get up.
No way you saw that from a different parish, bro.
I didn't say it.
Me neither.
So, Jake, we got a flag right here around the 40, and we got a flag all the way down by the 25. So 2 flags on the field. Might be the same call.
I saw one, but you got there, ain't it? Not sure what the call could be.
It's definitely against the Yellow Jackets. They're marking it off.
Kinder Faithful.
Personal foul. Was that a block in the back against the Yellow Jackets?
Could be.
You didn't see that, Blue.
Jake, are they going to repeat the down?
Not sure what the rule is here.
You're in a different time zone.
1st down. We're going to repeat the down. It's going to be huge penalty yards.
1st in the country mile right here.
You're in a different time.
9:40 remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Yellow Jackets got to go a long way, but they proven they want to go for it and be gutsy. Can they get it back? Oh, he got a man open. Can he get it to him? He's got a man. Pass falls incomplete.
Tell you what.
Intended receiver was Matthews. If he'd have seen him earlier, that would have been a huge play for the Yellow Jackets to get this back in striking distance for a 1st down.
Tell you what, credit St. Louis's defensive line for bull rushing Foster. They really pressured him, forced him to make a off throw. Almost looked like Matthews was going to haul that in, but just over his head.
Second and long. Pelican gets the carry. Just trying to get some of this penalty yards back. Trying to make this a respectable 3rd down. Jake, now you're at the point of the field where if it's 4th down, you might want to pin them deep here and make them drop the whole field.
I'll tell you, Kinder's always
If it's 4th and short, I'd say go, but
oh, yeah.
4th and about 15 to 20, you might want to
Probably punt the ball, yeah.
pin them deep.
Kinder usually has great punters, kids that can boot the ball. Let's see what they do here.
3rd and long. What's the play call on 3rd and long? Handoff. Romero. Romero gets it across the 45.
It looks like
Kind of like a safe call there. Don't want to turn the ball over here in your own territory. And decision time. Not sure if Fawcett is the punter.
yeah.
He's going to go under center.
Okay.
Hey, we're going for it.
Okay.
Unless he
Could be
drops
surprised.
back last second. Nope, let's go. 4th down. Gotta find a man. Throws a bullet, pass falls incomplete. And St. Louis up by 7 will get the football back.
Fell right through his hands.
And we have 1st and 10 for the Saints.
Looked like a little trash talk on the field between Kinder and the St. Louis sideline.
At the 44-yard line, Mr. McCoy.
I know you from that show, bro.
Kinder fans still aren't very happy about that call.
Get the ball.
So you take a look at St. Louis's first 3 drives, and they've all resulted in 21 points. Can Yellow Jackets get this football team to 4th down? They have not been able to yet.
I'll tell you, this should be if Kent gets a stop, this would be huge.
Oh, that's a movement, Jake.
Yep.
Right tackle on this side moved.
Acknowledge it, man.
if I'm Kinder, I'd definitely be need to make a huge stop right.
That's something that just benefited the Yellow Jackets. You have not stopped them for 3 straight drives.
Absolutely.
And now, penalty flag, St. Louis just shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, if Kinder can get a stop here, this could very well, momentum could very well swap over to the Yellow Jackets.
8:17 remaining here in the second. We've seen number 3 make big pass plays here. Instead, the handoffs to the tailback, and he is off to the races, and he gets the penalty yards back +5.
Looked like he almost had a hole right there, and it closed up pretty quick.
That was number 34, one of his first touches tonight. Who's number 34? That's Noah Ellender. Second and about 5 for the Saints. 7:44 remaining. High snap contained by the quarterback. Fighting for yards, going to be tripped up by Jaron Johnson. Ellender on the carry again. You talking about the biggest third down in the game? It is right now.
Right now, yep.
They're going to go quick. And not sure if Kinder's going to get a man off the field. And they're going to have 12 on the field. And St. Louis is going to have the first down and more.
I see the flag now, yep. I didn't see the flag at first, but I see it now. There's 2 of them.
Yellow Jackets tried to sub, could not get the 12th man off the field. Will be penalized here.
That one's going to really hurt Kinder.
St. Louis, they like that up-tempo offense.
Yep.
And it worked that time, catching defense napping.
Yep. Got to credit Coach Mathern, man. He loves this up-tempo, fast-paced offense.
So they're going to tack it off at the end of the run.
Yep. Puts them just outside the red zone.
Saints, 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line. Snap, quarterback, drops back to pass, throws a deep pass. Pass falls incomplete. Romero on the coverage. Were they looking for number 3 again?
Yep.
Well, he's been the big play man here early in this first half.
Yeah, he's definitely St. Louis's number 1 target.
Grant Evans, the senior receiver, having a huge first half. Could not come away with that one.
Credit the deep defensive back for Kinder making an outstanding play.
Tell you what, the true sophomore is having the duties of running with 3 tonight.
Right. Yeah, Kinder's got a young team. The future looks bright for Kinder.
2nd and 10, inside handoff, full head of steam. Jaron Johnson, there to bring him down. Number 24, Kyle Turner, one of his first touches tonight.
Looks like I'm waiting for the play. It might go up tempo here. No huddle.
6:43 on the game clock. Might be the final play before we get to the hydration timeout. Barron, an incomplete pass or a touchdown. Quarterback pass over the middle court. First down and all the way down into the 4.
So
Penalty flag on the field, Mr. McCoy.
might be coming back.
Tell you what, that RPO looked beautiful right there.
Yep. Tell you what, Botley.
And St. Louis is penalized. Did you get a look at the call?
I think it was holding.
No, that was not what it was. Here it is. Take a look at the referee.
What's the call?
It come from the line judge on the other sideline, and it's a big penalty. Illegal shift against the Saints. Huge penalty.
Tell you what, credit Dante Botley for getting in there last second and bring that St. Louis player down.
Quarterback looks under pressure. Still on his feet. He avoided the sack. Oh, then he takes a lick from Jaron Johnson.
Jaron Johnson comes out of nowhere and lays the wood.
McCoy, he was looking for his favorite target
Yes, sir.
on that go route on the edge.
Tell you what, that quarterback squirming out of there.
We have whistles, and that will take us to the hydration timeout. McCoy, it looks like they're lining up for what will be a long field goal. But we looked at his leg earlier, and he's got the distance.
No doubt. Like I said,
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a timeout with him. We will head to the hydration timeout. And we have a field goal attempt coming. When we come back, let's take another look at one of our sponsors. Scores from around the state coming up at halftime.
Tell you what, Jordan, that quarterback for St. Louis,
How did he avoid that sack?
kind of remind me of Johnny Manziel a little bit, man. And then Jaron Johnson comes out of nowhere and just takes care of business.
5:59 remaining, Jake. Just had the hydration timeout, and now we have a long field goal.
It's not on the head.
Number 7 doing the kicking duties. The senior, Landon Deirdre.
Like a 30-yard field goal.
Snap, hold, kick, up, and he boomed it.
Yep.
And it is through and good. Special teams still matters in high school football, Jake.
Absolutely. That's just going back, like I said, St. Louis has always had a stable of great kickers that come through that school. Punters as well, too. They've sent a couple guys to Division I, Power 5 level.
Tell you what, 5:45 remaining. It's almost a must-score drive for the Yellow Jackets with St. Louis getting the ball back to start the second half.
Absolutely. If you're Kinder, you definitely want to score right here and definitely try to get a huge stop before halftime and maybe get the ball back and score again. Maybe.
One step at a time.
Yeah.
If you're St. Louis, if you get a stop before half and don't let them score, then get the football back, boy, there's momentum in your favor.
And I'll tell you what, if you're St. Louis as well, you get a stop, you still have plenty of time to probably go down and score again.
Tell you what, that field goal would have been good for another 20 yards.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. I'm looking about, what, like a 30-yard field goal? It counted from in the end zone.
Same two guys doing the kicking duties, return duties. Will they have a chance? Roberts, Matthews, they wait around the 5. Line drive kick. Roberts will have a chance. Takes a bounce. Roberts fighting for yards, brings it all the way down to around the 29-yard line. So the stage is set. 5:39, 10-point lead for the Saints. Huge drive for both sides.
Absolutely.
If you're the Saints, you want to flex your muscles here, get a stop, and have all momentum rolling into halftime. If you're Kinder, it's one of those drives where you got to go and get it done.
Yep.
So let's see how this one unfolds.
Single receiver wide.
Pelicans going to start our drive. Fighting for yards. Picks up about 5. Jake Kinder, last time drive stalled after 2 fourth-down conversions. It stalled with the big penalty.
Right.
So we'll see if they stay out of penalty.
And that's another thing people don't really look at sometimes. It's not just the turnovers that hurt you, it's the penalties as well. Penalties can be drive killers, and it could cost you a ball game.
2nd and 5 for the Yellow Jackets. Quick pitch to Romero. Romero running out of room, and open field tackle there from the cornerback. And he might have picked up a yard. Third and 4. Think you gotta let Fawcett make a play here.
Absolutely.
Unless it's back-to-back times, you give it to Pelican. Third down. Try to draw them off sides. Good discipline from the Saints. Handoff, Romero. Romero waiting for his blocks. Gonna be close. Number 8 brings him down, and I don't think he has enough, Jake.
Nope.
I could be wrong.
I think he's extremely close. Might be just a couple chain links short, Jordan.
And it might come down to a measurement. And they say, nope, no measurement needed. First down, Yellow Jackets. Their eyes are better than ours up here.
Yep.
Yellow Jackets, they don't need a huddle. They're back to the line of scrimmage. Ready to go, 4 minutes. There's a snap. And its pitch is behind, but Botley somehow gets out of it. Reverse fields, and there's that penalty flag, Jake. This one's gonna hurt.
Yep. Looked like a busted play from the beginning.
Holding it against the Yellow Jackets.
Not what you
Timing was off there between quarterback and back on that option.
Yeah, I don't think that play was discussed very well.
So should be 1st and 20 here, correct?
Yep. Definitely not what you want if you're Kinder.
So back-to-back drives, they shoot themselves in the foot with a huge penalty.
Clock's gonna start on the whistle. Clock's ticking. Yep. Golly, yeah. 1st and 20.
First and 20, snap, quarterback pull, and they are closing up that middle now.
Yep. Close those gaps.
6 Saints defenders. If you're the Yellow Jackets, you're almost gonna have to do it outside.
Yep.
Pinching inside, linebackers are flowing, and 2 safeties just coming downhill. They're daring you to throw the football.
Yep. Oh, yeah. St. Lucie defensive backs, very hard to fool them.
There's a snap. Quick pitch to Roberts. Roberts gets outside, and he is blown up, and the Saints have taken over this football game, Jake.
Yep.
So the early fireworks we saw is slowly swinging towards the Saints sideline.
I'll tell you what, if you're Kinder at halftime, you definitely got to make some offensive adjustments, try to open up some lanes and to be able to make some more big plays. And if you're St. Louis, you definitely want
You just keep doing what you're doing.
right. If you're St. Louis, you definitely want to keep doing right what you're doing.
Have not stopped their offense yet tonight. Quarterback draws back the pass, looks, got a man tipped at the line of scrimmage, falls incomplete,
Now you got the punt.
and now you got to punt it to a red-hot offense
And I'll tell you what, Jordan,
for St. Louis.
2 minutes and 18 seconds is a lot of time for St. Louis to move the ball downfield. The way things have been going. Plus, you have a red-hot kicker.
Tell you what, also, you had 2 guys running free there for the Yellow Jackets. Ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage, and now they will send the punting unit out back deep for the Saints. Will be your quarterback, number 9. They got 9 on the line of scrimmage, and they're going to try to block it. And almost got to it, and it's not a very good kick.
Went straight up in the air.
And it takes a little roll, but not what you had in mind when you wanted to flip the field. Saints a gift.
Exactly. Great field position, just outside Kinder territory. Definitely not what you want if you're Kinder.
1st and 10 for the Saints from the 47-yard line. 4 drives, 3 touchdowns, and 1 field goal for this Saints offense. What does number 5 have in store? We have whistles, timeout, Kinder.
Yep.
Want to get the right defense on the field to start this huge drive. So we'll take a timeout with them. 2:13 remaining here before we get to halftime. 24-14 is your score. St. Louis has the lead. They have the ball. We'll be back in a few seconds.
Kinder has next week.
Kinder has Iowa at home next week for homecoming.
That's gonna be a big one. Big one. In St. Louis, they go there. South Bow. Next week, South Bow's homecoming as well.
It's for St. Louis?
South Bow.
South-
Let's go to South Bow.
Okay. Halftime, we'll give you scores from around the state of Louisiana. Got some sponsors to talk about. Some halftime entertainment. First and 10 for the Saints. 3 goes in motion. Quick pass, screen. Pass is complete to number 5. There's a penalty flag. Saints will be penalized.
Why is it right in front of your face, Blue, and it's got to go for one hand? Right in front of
Computer was never plugged in.
What?
The computer was never plugged in, so the battery's low. Computer. It never snapped in all the way. I just noticed it said low battery on the screen, boy. There'd have been some angry fans if I wouldn't have went down there and plugged it in.
Good catch, Jordan.
Yeah, I saw that whenever I covered that game. Another penalty flag. A Saint got a head start there.
Your Kinder.
You got to take advantage of it.
Yeah.
You got 2 timeouts in your back pocket. Can you somehow get this football back and try to get points of your own?
Tell you what, it's only first down, but it's first in a.
And the clock's
way.
running.
Yep.
And I'm not sure if Fusilier is just trying to get a stop here and get this one to halftime, Jake.
Right.
There's the snap. Quarterback pull.
Keeper, yep. On the edge.
Gets some of the penalty yards back. Now you will see St. Louis go quick. Instead, Coach
St. Louis
Murphy,
just called a timeout.
Coach Brock says, let's burn one here and talk about this next play call.
Tell you what, Jordan, interesting fact about these two teams. Kinder's second ever state title came in 1978 against St. Louis, 20-13. Not sure if they were in the same district that year.
Boy, if you got that wrong, you got a lot of Kinder fans about to get on you.
No, it was 1978, and it was against St. Louis, but I don't know if they were in the same district. The first title was 67.
Tell you what, they're walking around with pizza around here, selling them out the box. We might have to call them up at halftime, Jake.
Oh, yeah. Can't beat some good old pizza.
Very impressed with the St. Louis football team. First time I got to lay eyes on them in person. Receiving core, really good.
Yeah, St. Louis usually has one of the better receiving cores in the Southwest Louisiana area.
Got to run one off the field late. Second down and about 14 for the Saints. There's the snap. Quarterback drops back to pass. Got all day in the pocket. Got a man over the middle. Pass is complete to number 83, and he's going to have a Saint first down. Just running free through the middle right there.
Looks like Coach Mathern might be burning another timeout.
Nope. Offense stays on the field. 1:22 remaining. Chains move, and the Saints go fast.
Yep. Up tempo.
Snap. Quarterback looks. Pass complete. This time, Boltley sticks his hat in, and 83
Fusilier is not happy.
has shaken up after that hit, Jake. Never had possession of the football. A lot of people in the crowd are screaming fumble, but he never had possession there, Jake.
It didn't look like he had possession either. It was close, but
1:12 remaining on the game clock. Hopefully it's one of those knocked out, got the wind knocked out of you type of plays.
I never want to see nobody go down like that. That was a hard lick put on by Dante Botley. Yeah, Jordan, at first it looked like a phone, but looking closer, he never had full possession.
2nd and 10, and that's exactly what it looks like. 83 is going to run off on his own power, so that's a good sign.
How was he down?
Good effort by 83, though.
Second and 10 for the Saints. It might be number 3 time.
Yep. They might be down on
And
something.
let's see if they bring the safety over to help with double coverage here. Snap. Quarterback draws back the pass. Looking. Under pressure. Still looking. And he's going to be brought down by number 7. Coach is saying get the defense back on the field.
Great effort by the Kinder defense, man.
Bryson Browen there. Just stuck with the play. Thought the quarterback was going to throw that one out of bounds, and somehow he just held on to it and took a loss there. You got to think if you're a coach on the other sideline, you want him to just throw that one out of bounds.
Right, absolutely.
Third down and long. Kinder needs 2 stops.
Big third down.
Snap, quarterback, quick pass, and look at the defense there from number 1, Deontay Botley.
You weren't fooling Kinder's defense on that one.
Coach has timeouts in his pocket, and he's not going to burn it here. And it looks like the punting unit might have to come out for St. Louis. Jake, 40 seconds on the game clock. What is the decision through the coaches here?
Well, I'll tell you.
Looks like they're going to let this one run all the way down and burn the timeout.
Yeah, right. Either burn timeout or just go ahead and
Take the
punt it,
delay
but-
game.
Yeah.
We will see. Waiting on the decision.
Tell you what, if you're Coach Fusilier and the Kinder Yellow Jackets, you're all smiles about this stop right here.
That's what you needed before halftime.
Absolutely. You're only down by 10, so, a lot of breathing room.
There's the whistles. And they do take the delay of game. They give their punter a little bit more room to work with. Am I expecting some type of boom here from the punter?
Very well could.
Because I don't think this kicker got that much of a leg to kick a field goal from there.
No, that'd be about a 60-some yard.
Or Jake, listen to this. Offense may stay on the field here
Very well could,
and throw one, see how far you can throw it.
7 seconds.
Nope.
No.
Your kicker is back on the field. He will do your punting duties. Nobody back deep for the Yellow Jackets. So this looks like the final play of the half. It's going to take a good snap. Waiting on the snap, and we have whistles.
Delay of game.
Another delay of game penalty.
Looks like they completely shut off one of the game clocks.
Jake, why not send somebody back deep here, see if you can get some points before halftime?
Maybe so,
But
7 seconds.
but
That's
Kinder, they're playing as safe as they can be right now.
Yeah.
It's going to take a good snap from the long snapper, and he's been putting them on the money tonight for the extra points.
Right.
First punt, and it goes over his head. Nobody rushed, Jake. Nobody rushed. The ball's on the ground.
Oh, no.
Yellow Jackets have the football, but time expires.
Man. Wow.
And if you're Coach Fusilier,
Oh.
saving those 2 timeouts in your back pocket just came back to bite you.
I tell you what, Jordan.
You would have had it
Didn't
first and
expect-
10 at the 10.
Right. Kinder didn't expect, that to
Jake,
happen at all. They just stayed back.
Nobody rushed there. They played safe.
Right.
Coach didn't burn no timeouts.
And I'll tell you
And
what.
and what could happen just happened. It went
Right.
over his head. Kinder recovered the football, but time is gone on the game
Right.
clock.
I'll tell you what, had they went after the second sooner, very well could have had maybe 1 or 2
A
ticks
scoop
on
and
the
score
clock, right?
type of deal.
Something like that, yeah. Wow. What a heck of a way to end the first half. little bit of fireworks.
Hey, Yellow Jackets proved they can score and they can score fast.
Oh yeah.
St. Louis proved that they can control the line of scrimmage and make big plays in the passing game.
Right.
So now we go into halftime. You know St. Louis is fixing to get the football to
Right.
start the second half. But if you're a coach going into halftime and you just got to stop,
Right.
that's something you can build on in the second half.
Absolutely. I feel like it's it's a big momentum boost for Kinder going into the second half, regardless if St. Louis gets the ball first.
24 minutes down, 24 minutes to go, folks. Jake and myself will step away for a second and give you the halftime entertainment. We'll be back in a few minutes with scores from around the state and our sponsors. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Thursday Night Football here at Sulphur High School between St. Louis and the Kinder Yellow Jackets. As promised, scores from around the state. Let's give some of them scores. Got some good games going on around the state. Rose Pine leads Vinton 40-0 in the third quarter. Byrd leads Captain Shreve 17-0 at halftime. North Vermilion leads Lowerville 14-14 at halftime. Dunham leads Ascension Catholic 14-7 at halftime. Grand Lake leads Oakdale 12-0 in the second quarter. Acadiana leads Lafayette 33-6 at halftime. Madison Prep leads Parkview Baptist 6-0 in the second quarter. St. Ed's and LaGrange canceled tonight. No football game going on there. No referee showed up to the game, Mr. Jake.
Not sure what happened.
West St. Mary, St. John tied at 0. Some scores I have from around the state. Jake, you got any more that I'm missing?
Give me 1 second.
While Jake looks for that, we'll take a look at our sponsors before we get this second half rolling. Here's our look at all of our sponsors. Thank you to LaCourse Pest Control. Thank you to Darrell's Famous Pool Boys in Lake Charles. Thank you to Coach Kip Dubachin. Thank you to the Crawfish House in Opelousas, Louisiana. Thank you to Mikey's Donuts in Opelousas, Louisiana. Thank you to Mama's Fried Chicken in Opelousas, Louisiana. Thank you to Tiger Tails in Port Barry, Louisiana. Thank you to our player of the game sponsor for tonight, Whip Sprints. Thank you to the Paint Guys. And thank you to Leger's Polish Shop. We could not do it without you. Thank you so much to all of our sponsors. And we are ready to go, Mr. Jake McCoy, for the third quarter here at Sulphur High School. And St. Louis will have the football. They will have the lead here to start the second half, and they will start with good field position.
Real quick, just found out from Coach Frank and Wilson LaGrange that the game against St. Ed's will not be rescheduled.
Wow, what headlines there. And right down the road, huh?
Right there across Interstate 210 in Lake Charles.
LaGrange, St. Ed's, football game canceled. No football game tonight. It was, referees did not show up to the game.
Yeah, that's the first, Jordan. Never seen that happen before.
Here we go. Start of the second half. St. Louis, like we said, has the football and has the lead. And they're going to start off with a screen. Screen complete to the tailback. And that's how you start the second half, Mr. McCoy. You come out first play from scrimmage. How about a little screen to the tailback?
Absolutely. Great way to start the drive. First down right off the bat. If anybody can hear me okay, let me know let Jordan know in the comments.
Big stop right there before half for this Kinder defense. What adjustments were made from both sides at halftime will be the key here to start this third quarter.
Absolutely.
Quarterback draw the whole way. And he is off to the races. One man to beat, and then he just beat him. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, touchdown, St. Louis. It's the quarterback, Mr. Jake McCoy.
Tell you what a heck
And he called his own number on the quarterback draw, and that is for 6.
I'll tell you what a heck of a way to start the second half if you're St. Louis. You got Kinder right where you want him, and why not keep pouring it on? And if you're Kinder, you definitely want to have a.
Tell you what, Jake. Remember when Kinder started this game off fast to a hurry?
Right.
St. Louis just started this second half off fast in a hurry. Snap, hold, kick, up, kick, right through. Good.
In the middle of Ash.
Your new score from Matt Walker Memorial Stadium. St. Louis, 31. Kinder, 14.
I'll tell you what, Jordan, the way knowing how Kinder is, this game's far from over. Just because the score is 31-14.
They're not going to lay down.
No, they will not lay down. A lot of football left to play. If you're Kinder, you're definitely wanting to have a strong answer right here on this drive.
135. Everybody ticket, bring it down to the ticket gate. Ticket booth underneath the press box.
(31-14), your new score here, 11-11. St. Louis, that offense has been clicking all but once tonight. And they get into the end zone again. And it looks like Yellow Jackets fixing to get the football. And James Roberts has a chance. Back at his 2. Full head of steam. There goes Roberts. Still on his feet. Roberts. Big return. All the way down close to the 37-yard line.
Definitely what Kinder needed. Yeah, definitely what Kinder needed, Jordan.
Go get us something. Yellow Jackets down 31-14. Big drive here. How will they answer? Jake's got to step away for a second. He'll be right back. James Roberts gets the opening carry of the second half, and there is that St. pursuit. And the coaches are fired up on the other sideline.
They're on the stop. Lost a yard.
Lost a yard, brings up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11.
Second and 11. Here comes the linebackers. Quarterback pull. They're trying to get outside. Cuts back inside. And there is the pursuit again, and we have whistles. Going to be a holding against the Yellow Jackets. And that holding call has been hurting this Yellow Jacket offense.
Hey, let them call the game. Give them the white hat.
Gonna be 2nd down and long. Clock will run. Might be play action time. Quick toss to Romero, and it is going nowhere. You see all the orange hats around the football there. Saints have come out to start this second half with a vengeance on offense and defense. Third down and long. You don't want to give the ball back. Quarterback under pressure, ball's on the ground, and I think St. Louis has the football, and they do. Holy cow. And they are bouncing around on the other sideline. And it is all St. Louis here in the third quarter, folks. St. Louis already up big, trying to add on to their lead with points off of turnovers. 9:23 remaining. 1st and 10 from the 19 for St. Louis. Nine waits on the snap. There it is. He looks, fires, pass complete over the middle. Good pitch and catch there between 9 and 83. And it is 1st and goal from the 9.
First down and goal to go for the Saints.
Not much has gone wrong for this offense tonight. Game clock just hit under 9 minutes. Waiting on the snap, and they got Kinder to jump in the neutral zone. Yellow Jackets will be penalized, and that just moves St. Louis a little bit closer. First and goal from the 4. Saints knocking on the doorsteps again. Nine waits on the snap. There it is. Handoff. Trying to stretch the field. Gets in. Touchdown, Saints. Number 1, Hank Gilligan. Extends the Saint lead. And St. Louis is starting to roll here in the second half. So far, 14 points off of turnovers. Seven on to do the kicking duties. Snap, hold, kick, up, kick, through, and good. New score here from Matt Walker's Memorial Stadium. St. Louis 38, Kinder 14. Stick with us, folks. 8 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Saw that. Turnover off of a fumble. And a few plays later, rushing touchdown. Roberts, Matthews back deep for the Yellow Jackets. And they're not even going to have a chance. Gets into the end zone for a touchback. Welcome Jake back to the broadcast booth. Jake, you missed St. Louis going down, cashing in points off of a turnover. New score here, 38-14.
Yeah, I sure did miss it. Went down a concession stand, got some more.
Hot, humid night here.
Yeah, it sure is. Can't wait for some cooler weather, Jordan.
First day of fall, and it looks like we're playing whenever 7-on-7 plays football.
Exactly.
In the middle of the summer. Handoff up the middle, and it is going nowhere. I tell you what, this defensive front for St. Louis have turned it into another gear here.
Absolutely.
Since those two big runs.
Right.
You've been seeing 9 hats to the football ever since.
Absolutely. St. Louis is such a gritty defense. And, they're not done yet by any means, but then again, still a lot of football left to play for Kinder.
And Romero's slow to get up. Will walk off on his own power though. Yep, we know how a field goal works. Fourth down and 2. Looks like offense stays on the field. You got to go for it here, Jake.
Oh, absolutely.
Can't give the ball back to that offense the way they playing tonight. Handoff to Pelican. Pelican needs 2 yards, and he's going to be close. I don't know if it's going to be close. Coach is on the other sideline signaling that he's short, but referee says got enough. First down, Yellow Jackets.
Great effort by Jordan Pelican. Tough run. Way to fight for the extra yard. Looks like Kinder's going no home here.
You got to get it going. You're down a few scores. Quick pitch to Roberts. Roberts gets about 8 on first down. Tackle down. Might have been a touchdown saving tackle there.
Absolutely. If you give Roberts any bit of room, he's bound to take it to the house.
We have whistle. Timeout. Official timeout for hydration. We'll take a timeout with them, folks. 6 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Hydration timeout. We'll take a look at all of our sponsors for tonight.
At SLCHS.org. Fellowship and our state.
Oh, wow, Jordan.
What you got?
Got a score update for you. Fourth quarter, Oakdale has come back and took the lead from Grand Lake 14-12.
Come on now. What a dandy of a football game they're having over there at Grand Lake right now.
Absolutely. Lorville has also took the lead from North Vermilion third quarter. 21-14, Lorville leads.
And should I say any more about the Fear de Veer? They're rolling at Lafayette tonight, 40-6.
We have one final for you.
Rose Pond, huh?
Rose Pond takes down Benton Hall 43-6.
Gotta think Rose Pond was pissed off from last week.
Absolutely.
Second and 1. Snap. Hand off to Pelican. And I don't think he picked up anything, Jake. That time, Sank's D-line gets through. Edward, I'm surprised you're not at the game tonight. Oakdale, Grand Lake battled undefeated, so I thought for sure you was going to be there. 3rd and 1. Snap. Quarterback pull, and he is brought down from behind. Who is that? Number 32. Graham Monette. There to bring him down. It's not me, Cecil. I'm a very polite human being.
Yeah, it looked like Graham Bonnet just burst in the backfield. He was ready for that one.
4 for 3. Jake, you got to go outside here.
Absolutely.
Roberts' time. Nope. Hand off to Pelican, and it is stuffed, and it's going to be a turnover on downs, Jake McCoy. A late penalty flag,
We got some
and another penalty flag.
little frustration.
Tempers are flaring here late in the third.
Looks like a little bit of smack talk between Kinder and St. Louis, and looks like they're going to get penalized for it. Somebody is.
Jake, this is all after the play, so this should stay turnover on downs and should be marked off as offset and penalties if I'm not mistaken.
Look like fouls committed by both teams. A lot of frustration building up on that Kinder sideline for sure. You're down by a significant score and you just turn the ball over. But
I don't like the
still
play
a lot-
call there.
Right. There's still a lot of football left to play.
I think you got to let Roberts or Romero try to get something outside.
But you got to credit that St. Louis defensive line, man. They sniffed that out last few plays.
Long discussion here. St. Louis's offense is on the field. They're ready to go. Kinder's defense on the field, ready to go. Now we just wait to see if this is offsetting or not.
Yeah, it looked like they might not move the ball. They just offset. And just
We're going to see. Dead ball against Kinder, and that's it. And it's only going to be against the Yellow Jackets, Jake.
I see a little bit of push and shove from the St. Louis side, but hey,
I thought it come from both sides, but Yellow Jackets penalized. And here you go, unsportsmanlike conduct against Kinder. So 2 flags on the play, both against the Yellow Jackets, and that's 30 yards.
yeah, I don't want to be biased, but that should have went both ways. Should have been offsetting.
So 2 penalty flags, both against the Yellow Jackets, 30 yards of penalties, and St. Louis has it 1st and 10 all the way down to
10 yard
the
line looks like.
12-yard line. So after all that,
Yikes.
St. Louis football already up big. And we have whistles, another penalty flag. And false start. Somebody got a little head start.
Yep.
This time St. Louis is penalized. First and 15 for the Saints with 4:44 remaining here in the third quarter. 3 goes in motion. There's a snap. 9 looks and avoids the sack somehow and picks up the penalty yards back.
Tell you what,
Gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Tell you what, number 7 for Kinder came flying in there and just missed him. Just missed the quarterback. Great job by the quarterback for eluding the.
Yeah, 9 has made some plays with his feet tonight.
Absolutely.
Second and 11. Snap, handoff to number 1, and he meets number 30 in the hole, bounces right off of him, and falls forward. And makes this a 3rd down and 7. Third and 7 or 6 with 3:35 remaining here in the third.
Yep.
Hell, if it's 4 down, if he gets the 4th down, you know what you got on the sideline waiting.
Absolutely.
Watch that RPO right here, Jake. Nope, quarterback pull.
Yep.
Quarterback pull. Fighting for yards, got to be down all the way. And did he get in? He did. Touchdown, Saints. Number 9 does it again, Jake, with his legs. This time finds the end zone and the Saints are rolling here tonight.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what, compared to last week, St. Louis had a bad taste in their mouth losing to Vidor, Texas last week. And, you know, they want to come out in district play and prove something, and so far they have tonight.
Not much has gone wrong besides
Not at all.
the snap over the punter's head. Not many miscues tonight.
Not many.
I don't want to jinx him, but can he stay perfect on the night? Snap, hold, kick, right down the middle is good.
No jinx.
Your new score from Matt Walker Memorial Stadium, St. Louis 45, Yellow Jackets 14.
Under the direction of Lauren Morris, Coach Lindsey Queen himself.
You know, Jordan, I don't want to jump the gun on this, but, you know, St. Louis, you know, the depth might be a factor in, you know,
I believe it's.
You got a lot of guys going both ways.
I believe Yellow Jackets, and since that first quarter, they've been behind the line of scrimmage, behind the chains, with penalties or turnovers or that defensive line.
Turnovers in this game tonight so far, right?
Some big penalties and some turnovers, and St. Louis has cashed in on every opportunity they've been given.
Absolutely.
Tell you what, it is a competitive district that these two teams play in.
Absolutely.
And St. Louis is coming out on Thursday Night Football and making a statement.
There goes Roberts. I'll tell you what, Jordan, this district 4-3A, it's like the SEC West.
45-14?
45-14. You know, it's like the SEC West. You got St. Louis, you have Kinder, Iowa, LCCP, Westlake, South Boulevard. It's you know, I'll tell you, Kinder's got a big one next week with Iowa.
Got some heavy hitters in that district.
Absolutely. I can't wait.
But tonight, it's St. Louis's night.
Absolutely.
Hats off to Coach Mathern and the Saints tonight. When you say you played almost a complete game, you're looking at it.
Yep.
Quick screen to number 2. Pass is complete. And picked up about 9 yards, Jake.
Oh, another flag.
And another flag on the field. Unsportsmanlike conduct on St. Louis.
St. Louis, okay.
So that's going to be a fresh 15 right there, Jake.
Yep. At first, I thought it was going to be a kid. I see a guy from St. Louis kind of just throw himself out, you know. Looked like a nice act.
And they are not happy here
not at
for
all.
the Kinder faithful.
Definitely don't want this game to get out of hand. Definitely don't want nobody getting ejected.
2:45 on the game clock. What was fireworks early has turned into St. Louis flexing their muscles. Matthews getting some touches here late.
Just trying to get a few yards. I'll tell you, Jordan, Kinder might be on something here with this. You know, getting a fresh 15 yards up. They could be on something.
Well, you never want to see somebody just throw in the towel. You want to see somebody play 4 quarters of football.
Absolutely. Play till the clock hits 0, regardless of the score.
2nd and 6. Waiting on the snap. There it is. Roberts gets the football. Cuts it up middle, fighting for yards. And he earned those 4 yards.
Absolutely. Tough 4 yards. Physical.
Third down coming up with Yellow Jackets.
Lots of games are won at the line of scrimmage. Lots of games are won in the turnover battle, and lots of games are won.
Tell you what, it looks like Roberts was kind of hobbling just a hair off the field.
You would agree?
Yeah.
You win a lot of games from the turnover battle and a lot of games at the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely.
How about Jordan Pelican Huge play there. Picks up a first down.
I'm not sure if Pelican's a senior or junior, but I'll tell you what, he's a really good back for Kinder. Him and Roberts both. I know Roberts is a senior.
So I don't know if this is a typo or not, but the roster I got shows he's a freshman, which is probably not true.
No. He's
Fawcett pulls, makes one man miss. Heck of a run there from Fawcett, and it looks like it is coming back.
Hey.
Jake,
Yep.
flags are just flying like crazy here in the third quarter. We're going to be here till 11 o'clock.
I'll tell you what, regardless, good footwork by Graham Fawcett.
Yellow Jackets, they had something moving, and the penalty neglects it again.
Yeah, definitely not what you want to have if you're a Kinder. Definitely want to be ahead of the chains.
Scores from around the state coming up at the end of the third quarter. Two well-coached football teams, Jake, but tonight it was the Saints' night. Quick pitch to Pelican.
Tough run.
Get Pelican out in space, and boy, is he something when he gets that football.
Man, the way he's built, just the frame, you know, he reminds me a lot of.
What you think, Mr. Jason? What's Pelican grade-wise? So Pelican is a senior.
I'll tell you, the way he runs, the way he's built, he reminds me a lot of Adrian Peterson, the way he's built.
Oof.
Wow. Look at that.
You want some contact here late in the third quarter? There it is.
That's why I like hard-nosed physical running. That's what you call old school football right there.
Tell you what, wait till I tell you this score update in the next 17 seconds, Jake. Might be play action here, Tom. Try to score before the end of the third quarter. Nope. Speed sweep. And first time number 30's touched the ball tonight. Who's number 30? That is Ben Fontenot. Getting a touch here late in the third quarter.
St. Louis definitely was not full on that edge.
Folks, 3 quarters have come and gone here at Matt Walker Memorial Stadium. Correct, Jake?
Right.
12 more minutes to decide this one. We'd love to see both teams play this 12 minutes out hard. All right, scores from around the state. How about Grand Lake? Just retook the lead, Jake. Grand Lake now leads Oakdale 20-14.
I knew that was going to be a ball burner.
Laurelville leads. Laurelville and North Vermilion tied at 21 in the fourth quarter. Bird still leads Captain Shreve 17-0. Boy, they going crazy at Lee Hodges Stadium, huh?
Oh, yeah. The hive is alive, as they say.
Dunham leads Ascension Catholic 20-13 in the fourth quarter. Acadiana leads Lafayette 40-6. Madison Prep leads Parkview Baptist 6-0. Final, Rose Pine 43, Vinton 6.
Also,
Northwood Shreveport 14, Huntington 6. What else you got, Jake?
let's see. We got
Jeanerette 8, Centerville 0.
got halftime Franklinton 14, Denham Springs 10. Fourth quarter Central Catholic 48, Covenant Christian 12. Let's see. First quarter.
Second and 11. Handoff, Roberts sneaking his way through for a gain of 2. Game clock never ran right there, Jake.
Right.
There it is.
Last score, I got, let's see. It says first quarter hadn't updated, but Lusher Charter, or as they call it, the Willow School now, is up on Capital 3-0. Oh, we don't know huddle.
Handoff, Pelican, and Pelican, my oh my.
Looks like you might be just short, but don't be surprised if Coach Fuselier goes for it. I mean, it's Kinder football.
Jake, they want to know if you're going to the Quincy tomorrow or if you're going to watch that Manny game.
I'll tell you what,
Now,
guys,
they put you on the spot.
that is a very hard choice. I would love to be in Manny tomorrow night, but I got to go support my hometown Tigers. You know, I'll be at the DeQuincy St. Mary's game.
That's a fan there. Handoff, Roberts. Roberts runs into his own offensive lineman, and that's going to be a turnover on downs, Jake.
Definitely not what you want if you kinder.
Back-to-back drives, ends, and turnover on downs. And what could go right for St. Louis keeps going right.
I'll tell you what.
Wells Cooley said he'll be in Manny.
Oh,
That's a hot ticket.
yeah, I tell you what. To see first day the tickets, first day they sell the tickets, 1,500 tickets sold. That is insane. I know many people. I know my father-in-law is going to be in attendance at that one.
1st and 10 for St. Louis.
Jordan, I know you wish you could be at that one tomorrow night as well.
Jake, there's a lot of them around the state of Louisiana that we wish we could be at tomorrow night.
Man.
1st and 10 for the Saints. 10:58 on the game clock. There's a snap. Handoff to number 21.
Good touchdown saving tackle by
Tree Doe on the carry. First time we called his name tonight.
great touchdown saving tackle by number 4 for Kinder.
2nd and 1. With 10:32 on the game clock. St. Louis in no hurry.
I'm not so sure if this is
There's a snap. Tree gets it again. Falls forward. Might have enough for a Saint first down. Referee on this sideline says he does. First down, Saints.
Tell you what, I'm not so sure if St. Louis and Kinder are starting to work their JV in. Could be wrong. Definitely see some new fresh faces out there on the Kinder defense. And as well in St. Louis.
Neville Tiger Network checking into the chat. They got a big one tomorrow night with North Caddo.
Absolutely.
Ball's on the turf. Quarterback pull. And he's just going to get something out of nothing.
Kinder defense is great for that one.
Botley there to bring the quarterback down.
I'll tell you what, Jordan, Neville had they got a bad taste in their mouth from that loss to their rival Washita High. Man, I'll tell you, they're looking to bounce back. Just a very good North Caddo team.
Tell you what, it'll be tough to beat Neville at Neville tomorrow night.
Oh, absolutely.
That place is going to be rocking.
Absolutely.
St. Louis in no hurry here, up big in the 4th, 2nd down and 11. There's a snap, it's a high snap. Quarterback gonna fall down on the turf and avoid any more yards there. First time tonight we've seen center quarterback exchange, not on cue, Jake.
Right. Yeah, like I said, I'm not so sure this is St. Louis's JV offense in by now. Could be wrong. I definitely see a lot of new.
Yeah, Jake, you might have called that one. That might be a new center into the game.
Right.
3rd down and long. We've only seen St. Louis punt the football once tonight. Might see the second one coming in a few minutes. Hand off to the tailback, leading the tackle there, number 10. Logan LaBeouf.
Kinder's defense was great for that one. Logan LaBeouf did a great job coming up and making the tackle.
And we will see the punting unit out only for the 2nd time tonight. First time. That snap went over his head to end the first half. If there's anything Coach wants to clean up after watching this film, that's a big one.
Right, absolutely.
Let's see what happens here.
Absolutely.
Back deep for the Yellow Jackets will be Botley, and we have a delay, false start.
False start.
So many big games around the state tomorrow.
Oh.
If you're a high school football fan, get out to one of them stadiums and support your favorite team because they got some huge games.
Absolutely. Tell you what
St. Louis will be penalized.
Tell you what I find interesting, Jordan, is the New Orleans station, their game of the week is they're going all the way up to Manning. You know, why not? That's one of the premier games in the state.
You get November football here in September.
Absolutely.
You can't beat it.
Credit these coaches for putting together these schedules. Wow.
There's a snap, and that's a lot better this go around, Jake. And it's going to be a sky kick. And what kind of roll will it take? And it takes a St. Louis roll all the way down around the 35-yard line. So, what a night number 7 has had doing the kicking duties.
Absolutely. Let's see. Was he 5 for 5 PATs plus 2 field goals? No.
7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, and then a field goal.
All right.
6 for 6 PATs,
30-yard field goal.
37-yard field goal.
37. Okay, you're right. I'm sorry.
And then,
that could have been good from way further back. Too.
oh yeah. Graham Fawcett, pitch to Roberts. Roberts chased down from behind, but not before he picks up a Yellow Jacket first down. Tell you what, Roberts has had a big night.
Absolutely. You know, against a really tough, gritty St. Louis defense. But I'm gonna tell you right now, every yard he has earned, every yard he's had, he has earned. Tough physical running. I'll tell you, I don't think Coach Fiesler is ready to take his first O out just yet.
Handoff to Pelican, another guy having a big night. You don't want to lose him.
Oh, that's not good. Limping off the field.
That's one guy you can't. That's one guy you can't lose.
Yeah.
When you just starting out district play, Jake.
Yeah. Looks like he. It looks like it might be a cramp.
Yeah, he's cramping on the sideline. Handoff. Nope. Fawcett pulled it. And he is drugged down from behind. Got to be close to the first down. I think he
got it, yep.
I think he got it. He did. Tell you what, Jaron Johnson hit that hole, and I thought he had the football as hard as he hit that hole.
Yeah. Run that flex ball, Jordan. You never know who has
North
the ball.
Vermilion just took the lead on Laurelville.
Oh, wow. Wow. The fourth quarter? Wow. We got the Kinder running huddle. Middle.
Quarterback pull.
Quarterback keeper. Man, like I said, that flex ball offense just fools you every time, man.
Fawcett taking a beating tonight also.
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to tell you what, he's as tough as they come, man. He's a true leader for that Kinder football team.
And that will take us to our final hydration timeout tonight. We'll take one last timeout tonight, Jake. We'll look at our sponsors, and then we'll finish up these last 6 minutes. Jake, thank you so much for being with me tonight.
Oh, no problem, man.
Calling this football game. Got out of hand late, but what a heck of a start we had.
Absolutely. Fireworks early on, you know. Got to credit both teams, man. They're playing a hard-fought game. A lot of football left to play. You know, I'll tell you right now, Kinder still is not out of this district race. I'm going to tell you right now, the way this district is, District 4 there, like I said, it's the SEC West, man. You never know what can happen.
It'll be exciting football.
Absolutely. And Jordan, it's hard to believe. We're already doggone near halfway through the season. Crazy.
2nd and 5. Quarterback drops back to pass. Screen complete to Matthews. Matthews. Pass is complete. And the Kinder faithful is not going to like that one late whistle.
Not at all.
Jake, your first time being able to figure out a player of the game sponsored by Whips Prince. I got 3 in mind, Jake. We'll discuss it and we'll come to the decision on a player of the game in the next 5 minutes. Jaron Johnson fighting for yards, but I don't Every time I think he doesn't have it, they have it. First down, Yellow Jackets.
Absolutely.
Somebody said Bazille and Elton's going to be buzzing tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah.
It's good to see that football game back with so much hype again.
I tell you what, that's a no matter the records, that's a huge rivalry, one of the biggest in the.
Everybody in Elton, everybody in Bazille is going to be at that one.
There's not going to be an empty seat in the house, Jordan.
When both teams are good, that makes that football game that more special.
Absolutely. I tell you what, if you're not from Elton and Bazille and you're going to watch that game tomorrow night, word of advice, bring some mosquito repellent.
Sorry, Under the Lights can't bring you play-by-play from that one, but they got some radio stations going to be there, right?
I believe so. I'm not sure exactly what station. I think it might be a station out of Ville Platte. Might be Bayou Sports Network.
We'll see. Quick pitch to Roberts. Roberts.
Oh, there you go. Oh.
All the way down to the 24-yard line.
Oh, got a score update for you, Jordan. Third quarter, C.E. Bird, 17. Captain Shreve, 12.
Here comes Shreve.
Yep, storming back.
Second and 1. Quarterback pull. Balls on the turf. Balls on the turf, and St. Louis recovers the fumble. And the Saints has just put this one to bed, Jake.
Yep. Oh, you got it. Definitely not what you want if
you might see a fresh 11 on the field.
Yep.
Jason, I'll call you. I see a fresh 11 on the field for both sides.
Yep.
How many turnovers is that tonight?
Three for Kinder. Definitely not what you want if you're Kinder. I'm pretty sure Coach Fuselier will.
They're gonna get in the film room. They're gonna clean it up, and you got to think next week, homecoming. You might see a different Yellow Jacket team show up.
Definitely want to show out. I'll tell you right now.
But St. Louis moving forward, Jake, they are a huge threat in this district to take it.
They got to go on the road next week to Long Hill to take on South Boyle North Knights for South Bow's homecoming.
The way St. Louis played tonight, holy cow! For so the teams they got that are going to be meeting them moving forward.
I tell you right now that
if they can play 4 quarters like they played tonight.
Oh yeah.
I'm not saying you're looking at the district champion, but they got a good shot to win it.
I'll tell you right now. Usually when them and LCCP face off, it's a dog fight. And if OHS beating LCCP last week is any sign, then hey.
You never know, man. This is high school football at its best.
Exactly.
New quarterback into the game. Let's see if we can get his number. Handoff to number 21. Ball's on the ground, and the Yellow Jackets recovered the fumble, but before that, they say he was down.
Well,
they say his knee was down.
Tough one for Kinder, man. That'd have been big, regardless of the score, man.
First and 10 for St. Louis. Handoff to the tailback. 21. Big chunk yards here late in this fourth.
Tell you what.
We got a score update, Jake.
Uh-oh, here we go.
I don't know what just happened. Somebody just laid down.
Might be trying to kill the momentum.
Final score. Acadiana 55, Lafayette 6. Lafayette undefeated no more.
Wow. Tell you what, Jordan.
What Daniel said, Oakdale 20?
I think so.
The last I saw was Grand Lake. Grand Lake was winning 20-14. We have a new
Twitter.
update there.
And let me check on Twitter. I know exactly who to check with.
Final 250 in this contest. Third down for the Saints. Want to say thank you so much to Coach Mathern and the St. Louis coaching staff and the administration for allowing us to come cover this football game tonight. I can't thank Coach Brock enough for giving Under the Lights the chance to come stream this football game. From the bottom of my heart, thank you to Coach Brock and his entire staff and the administration at St. Louis High School.
Thank you, St. Louis.
20-20, 14 seconds left.
Beat me to it. 14 seconds left.
Oh, what a game.
Ago. Roderick Anderson with American Press is at that game. Get this on Twitter. Holy cow. Overtime?
We'll see.
Maybe a Sacred Heart at the end type play.
We'll find out.
Hopefully I didn't trigger no Basil fans.
St. Louis is gonna take it all the way down and burn the timeout.
Yep. Tell you what, Jordan, this Kinder, the rest of Kinder's schedule is no weeks off, man. Iowa, Jennings, Bro Bridge in the non-district game.
That's their next three?
Yep, Iowa at home, at Jennings, at Bro Bridge. Then,
At Jennings, at Bro Bridge?
Yep.
So back at home next week, and then it's two in a row on the road. What about St. Louis?
St. Louis, let's see.
Next week at St. Bo. Then with
At South Bow, Westlake at home, and at LCCP.
Let's see if this kicker can add on to his already outstanding night. What kind of roll will it take? And it's going to take another roll. What can this man not do? He just put it inside the 10.
Like I said, that's just a testament to St. Louis's kickers, man. Punting, kicking, punting, you name it, man. St. Louis has it all.
Final 59 seconds, Jake.
Tell you what, St. Louis is a big one. Week 8 at home against South Lafourche, a non-district contest.
Okay, and they got Lake Charles College Prep.
Their next
So they got
three
Westlake at home, then Lake Charles College Prep.
at LCCP,
And
South
then-
Lafourche at home, Iowa at home, and at Jennings. No weeks off, Jordan.
Not in that
Not
district.
for the no. It's the SEC West, man.
Kinder got the JV in, probably got time for 2 plays here.
Yep.
Jake, we got a lot to clean up.
Oh, yeah.
It was a fast setup, and it's going to be a slow takedown. Everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. It sure feels good when you know you got some loyal supporters from around the state of Louisiana and from both fan bases that tune in tonight to watch Thursday Night Football.
Thanks for everybody that's tuned in. We really appreciate the support. Spread the word.
Tomorrow night, live from the swamp, it is Abbeville against Beauchamp, live on Under the Lights, Friday Night Football. If you're fans of those teams, we got it for you.
Oh, here we go. 4 around the edge.
Probably the final play of the game.
Probably so. 20 seconds. Somebody called a timeout.
Oakdale, Grand Lake, overtime.
Yep. Well, I'll tell you, all week long, I knew that was going to be a dandy.
Yellow Jack is going to go quick.
Yep. Might be the last
Try to
play.
get one more play in. There it is. Handoff. 6 getting a carry here late. 6 seconds remaining.
6 seconds.
Coaches are still coaching
Yep.
all the way up to the final whistle.
Yep. That's what you got to do. Play till the clock hits 0. Did you ever find out how much time was left on the clock when Sacred Heart scored last week?
They threw that pass play with 2 seconds left, I believe,
Wow.
and time expired.
Wow.
Final play of the game. Here it is.
Yep.
And that will do it, folks. Final score from Matt Walker Memorial Stadium. St. Louis opens up district play in a big way. Tonight they defend their home turf and come out with a statement win in district play. Final score, St. Louis 45, Kinder 14. Thanks everyone for tuning in from Tornado Alley. Tomorrow night, live on this field, Sulphur, Karen Crow. This place is gonna be jam-packed.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be rocking.
Stay with us, folks. One last look at our sponsors, and we have a player of the game to announce. Player of the game brought to you by Whips Prince. Jake McCoy, back and forth with the player of the game honors.
Yep.
Came down to 2 players.
Well, it was a tough decision.
Tough decision tonight. Player of the game honors goes to the quarterback, number 9, James Arena.
Yep.
Congratulations, sponsored by Whips Prince.
Yep.
He is the Under the Lights player of the game tonight. And I tell you what, a very close honorable mention goes to the kicker.
Absolutely.
6 for 6 tonight on extra points, 37-yard field goal and pinned Kinder deep. on punts. Boy, it was very close. Got to give it to number 9, though, the way he did it on running the football and throwing the football tonight.
Absolutely.
So player of the game goes to number 9, James Arena.
Special teams also has always been a huge part of St. Louis football, man. I'll tell you, these kickers are very overlooked, but I'll tell you what, like I said, it just goes to show you, how good of a soccer program it translates from soccer to
Yes.
football.
All right, Jake. So that is our player of the game. Let's look at our sponsors one last time and close this one out. There's a look at all of our sponsors. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in tonight for tonight's game. Jake, final words.
Man, I'll tell you, Kinder's gonna work hard next week of practice. They're gonna learn from this one, and they're gonna be right back at it. They got a big one home next week for homecoming against rival Iowa, Battle Highway 383. As far as St. Louis,
Homecoming next week.
yeah, they're riding high right now, man. Best of luck to both teams, man.
Best of luck to both teams the rest of the way. I look forward to seeing what's in store for both teams. Congratulations to Coach Brock Mathern and the St. Louis Saints, and thank you again for having us tonight. Jake, signing off for now. Got to go catch the final of that Grand Lake and Oakdale game, whatever radio or broadcast it's on. Signing off for now from myself, Jordan Taylor, and
Jake McCoy.
Jake McCoy from Under the Lights. We'll see you tomorrow night, live from the swamp.